Hey y'all, it's the Twinsies, and we're back with another episode of Twin Talk. First and foremost, guys, happy 2025. It is now the new year, y'all. But listen, new year, same topics.
Before we get started, you guys, I'm about to make us a little drinky drink so we can get into this discussion. Cheers. That's good.
That is really good.
That's good. We're just going to call it spiked eggnog because that's what it is.
So y'all, when it comes to relationships, everyone seems to have a preference on how financially stable they want their partners to be and who should pay for what. So in today's topic, we'll be discussing how we feel about 50-50 and our overall thoughts on that tiring subject. So Tia, starting with you, how do you feel about 50-50?
So personally, I hate how generalized that sounds. Let's go 50-50. Like what? I think it's weird to even put that out there. I can never imagine myself going to my partner or my partner coming to me and being like, I'm only going to deal with you if you do 50-50. It's never going to just be 50-50. Sometimes it's going to be 80-20, 20-80. It's a give and take. And that's how I feel about that. How do you feel about 50-50?
So for me, when anybody brings up 50-50, I just feel like 50-50 in what? Because like, am I the only one that doesn't think financially? Like, or doesn't think like it's money wise? Like it could be like someone's 50-50 as the provider, like financial provider, or there's someone that's on the 50-50 of nurturing and caring and stuff like that. Like
cooking, cleaning.
Yeah. So like one person's doing this while another person's doing that. And like what you said too, sometimes it's going to be, 20-80, or it could be 30, and like whatever the case may be. Like when we date, we are dating people. This is not like a job.
Right.
Okay. Things happen naturally. So, I mean, if you're going to have those rules, then I mean, maybe you should like
join the military.
Yeah. Cause we strict around here. We strict around here. Anyways, but yeah, so I just feel like, if that's how you want to be, if you want to contract a marriage like a contractual marriage, I know marriage is like a contract, but something that's not real, then I guess. So that leads into my next question. So Tia, how do you feel about a guy or someone who enforces 50-50?
I believe that if a guy came to me and he was like, conversation's going good, he's handsome, he gives me compliments, whatever, and he says, well, if we get into a relationship, I feel like it should be 50-50. Like if he brings that topic up to me, my first thought's gonna be like, dang, is this man using me so we can like live in an apartment together? Like I'm gonna think about how this man might be potentially using me for my money. And when I say using me for my money, I just mean like, who thinks of that? Who immediately thinks like, oh, I don't want to be with you unless you're able to do 50-50 in the relationship financially? Personally, I've never had to pay for anything. So hearing that would be insane to me, if I'm going to be real. Insane. So Taylor, how do you feel about it?
So overall, money should not be the first thing that comes to mind. So if you are a guy and you're out here, when you see a woman and you're out here like talking about your finances, all that stuff, obviously you don't want a real relationship. So you're not going to get one. But yeah, so if a guy comes to me and brings a 50-50, I'm going to be like, who do you think you're talking to?
Twitter.
I'm going to be like, I'm sorry. I'm going to be like, where's the cameras? So that doesn't make any sense to me, okay? That's like scripted. Like if that's the thing that you talk about, I wonder what you must be really fun at parties.
Scaring the huss away. Yeah.
Scaring the huss. But yeah, so Me personally, I feel like he might be on the spectrum if he does ask about that, because he might be asking something that he feels like
It's like
other people ask about, and that's not the case at all. But yeah, so I feel like, yeah, if a guy brings money up in 50-50 or whatever, yeah, you're definitely gonna it's not catching my attention
at all.
It's actually gonna just weird me out.
Right.
Especially, imagine first dating. Hey, how are you doing? 50-50? I'm gonna be like, 50-50 what?
I can't even think of like a joke right now.
I'm gonna be like, hold on, 50-50.
Vision? I'm just kidding.
Be like, vision comes in 50-50. I just feel like if you're a man that brings up money, I feel like, and listen, ladies, okay, and this could be for some of the men. I feel like if someone brings up money to you off the bat, they're probably manipulative, and you should probably run as far as you can, because that is a way people can control. If they do say 50-50 and they're enforcing that, and they're telling you, and they think you're the person to tell, they're trying to manipulate or cause, like you said, they probably want somebody to live with and pay half the rent.
Yeah, and let's also be real. Any person bringing up their financial situation overall in the beginning, why are we talking about finances?
What about medical records?
Oh, let's talk about something more important. Medical records.
Nobody cares about that.
I guess it's just all about money, yeah. But yeah, it's all ridiculous, to be honest. Not looking for real love.
So have you ever paid for a guy before? And if so, like, how did that make you feel?
So I have paid for a guy before when it came to a restaurant bill. And I've also bought gifts. But all that comes from the kindness of my heart. There's been times where, like, the guy that I was with, his card declines. Because this happened when I was younger. And I paid for whatever we need to pay for. But at that point, we're in a relationship. I'm not about to, this man got me paying. What? So I'm just going to dip up out on him because this one little time I got to pay for something? For the most part, like, I never have to pay. Like, it's never, Tia, can you get this for me? Tia, no man ever expects me to do nada of that, ever. And I hope I don't represent myself to seem that way, ever. But when I did, it was out of the kindness of my heart, because when you have me, when I'm locked in with a person, you know, when you locked in with the person, they could get anything out of you, genuinely. Genuinely, they could get anything out of you. And it didn't make me feel no type of way. I was fine with it. So have you paid for someone before? And how did it make you feel?
So I did pay for a guy before when I was younger. And, you know, that's the time where, like, parents is giving me like $20 to go to the movies or something like that. So it was nothing. But as I got older, I paid for someone because I was tricked into paying for them, okay? He told me he was going to cash at me, okay? He said, I want this from In-N-Out. I'm going to cash app you. I get to that house.
Where's the money at?
And I'm thinking, like, you're about to send it to me right now, okay? I'm telling you the price right now, and you're not sending it to me. And then over time, I've seen the same type of, on top of that, he's not paying for anything. Like, you know, nothing when it comes to me. Everything is either, you know, half or nothing. So I start to realize it, and needless to say, that relationship did not work out. Okay, but yeah, I was definitely tricked. But as I get older, I realized, like, if I can pay for a guy, he can pay for me. Okay,
you should be able to. You should be able to.
So allow that man to pay for you first, because men don't like to say it, but like, they like that kind of stuff makes them feel like a man, like, you know, helping a girl out, you know, just making life a little easier.
Providing.
Just providing in little ways or whatever, because, you know, relationships, dating, you're supposed to like add on to your partner in different ways. You know, like I said in the beginning, someone can be a provider financially, and someone can be a provider like in nurturing or whatever. But either way, that's just how it's supposed to be. So yeah, the older I get, the more I realize, like, I'm not about to be the one paying first and foremost. Okay, first and foremost. And when I was paying for a guy and he was not, you know, acknowledging the fact that, hey, like, this girl is really paying for a lot of stuff. It wasn't that easy, okay? But this girl's paying for a lot of stuff. Like when he didn't acknowledge that made me feel stupid. Like it literally made me feel like I was being used, because I would never do that to any of my friends. I pay for stuff when it comes to my friends, like it's nothing. But I would never ask my friends to pay for nothing. I feel like that is straight up taking advantage. So if a man can do that to you, he do not like you like that.
Overall, though, with that, a man should never take from a woman. And let's just all be real. Let's all be for real. Men and women, y'all know, if a man is taking from you every time you're around each other and that's a relationship, that is a transactional relationship. Meaning, if you take away the things that you give him access to, whether it's sex, whether it's money, things, your home, your food, cooking, anything in that way, if you take it away from him and there's nothing else to the relationship, that means that person was using you for the things that you was giving or doing for them.
No, what's gonna happen after you take those things away? Is he gonna, put in effort?
Absolutely not. Let me tell you something. We know the truth.
You got him on training wheels. Take him off.
Take him off the training wheel. Actually, his mom took him off. So let's keep that going and don't put him back on the training wheels. And y'all men know this is true. Because like I said, in my relationships, no man has ever said, Tia, can you pay for this? Can you get this for me? Do this for me? And expecting me to do that. Oh my gosh.
And like you said,
No.
that's why there are certain things that I value when it comes to like to have someone be my boyfriend. That's just not the things I deal with. So when I was in a relationship, I wasn't getting played like that. I was just FYI. I was not getting played like that.
Boyfriend or husband.
It was because you was doing the right things. Okay.
Right.
So what is the most that you spent on a guy if you paid for things?
Like I said, I'll give gifts. And to be honest with you, I feel like this is a lot of information, but I feel like the most that I've spent on a guy is $800 plane ticket. And you know what's funny? It's not even me like, but think about it, like to go see somebody, you spent $800 for a plane ticket.
But what did you do for them? How much did you spend when you bought something for them or for them?
Okay, so I guess colognes are pretty expensive. Mm-hmm. I bought colognes, and the colognes were somewhere around $300, $400. Outfits kind of range around that price. Nothing too crazy. Definitely doesn't go over the amount of money that they've spent on me. And that's a beautiful thing, but that's out of the kindness of their heart. I'm not going to force a man to buy anything for me. It's what they feel like I deserve. And if I feel like I deserve more than what they're giving to me, I'm not going to make them do anything for me. I'm just going to politely leave. Go to the next. But like I said, I spent that much. So how much have you spent on a man before?
So I'd say roughly around like $350. Now, again, this was my boyfriend at the time, so I was allowed to do that. Anyways, yeah, I spent $350, and it was for his birthday or whatever. And period. And like she said, colognes. I paid attention to the colognes that he wore, and certain things, and I bought it. But that was my boyfriend, and that, like I said, that ends up being, when he ended up being my significant other, the rules change, but it's because you are doing things that cause you to be deserving.
See, that's
those rules.
That's what we're talking about. We're talking about relationships. We're talking about being with somebody.
But literally, on my end, those are the kind of things. There's no rules involved. The only thing that's involved is respect, and say if that respect, if the respect isn't really there, or something is there that's kind of like, stepping over boundaries, then we can discuss things. But other than that, there's no real rules, okay? Like, especially when it comes to finances. But I will definitely not be paying for a man back to back to back to back like I'm someone's mama. Absolutely not.
Because I don't have kids. And when I do have kids, they will be getting everything from me. My man is not going to be getting everything from me. Yeah, absolutely not. Like, honestly, if you ask me, that makes me feel like a complete fool. Like, when I think of when I think of me paying for a man, I think of me when I'm literally handing the card to a person or putting that order in online or just slashing my card. I might as well put on a clown suit and a red nose and paint my face white and put on an afro. Because absolutely not. That is some clown activity. And I'm going to tell you why. Because that's how I would feel if I did that. Now, if other girls do that, that's their prerogative. Personally, for me, I would be just disappointed in myself.
And let's be clear, okay? If shame culture wasn't a thing, I don't think this would even be a conversation at all, but people have the tendency to make women feel so bad about the things that they do. So as far as like spending money on men, blame the men for why we are upset.
No. Shame culture does not have to be around. I will still not do that. Oh my God.
I'm saying that men making women feel weird about doing certain things are making women feel like, okay, well, I won't do that.
No, women going out of their way to spend money on a man and the man is still trash is what makes you feel some type of way.
You're basically what's it called? Enforcing bad behavior.
Encouraging congratulating bad behavior. So because they're not going to change.
Let's be clear. I'm not saying that you can never do something good for your man. That's not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is like if at 50-50, if that is a thing to be enforced, that means that man is putting y'all at y'all eye level, okay? You guys are on the same level.
That's why I say it doesn't exist.
You both wear the pants, and maybe, and I just want to say this, when it's 50-50, the woman is the one wearing the pants, okay? Because half the time when a man has to enforce that kind of stuff, the woman's gonna be the one to take over, and that is not what it's supposed to be.
But I think the whole thing is what one man won't do for you, another one will. So it's kind of discouraging, say, if you do rely on this 50-50 fake rule, and you find yourself like, paying for a bunch of stuff. Sometimes you pay the date, sometimes he pays the date, sometimes you pay the date. And then one day, you're around a childhood friend, and he's paying for you. And then one day, we all go out one day, and he sees you paying the bill, and he says, "What are you doing? What are you doing?
I got it.
Your childhood man friend is paying the bill over your man.
And guess what? How your man's gonna feel trash, and he's gonna
go back home and
he's gonna take it out on you.
He's gonna be like,
let me just say this also. Let me just make it clear, right? As a man, if you are insecure about your finances, I feel like you need to be honest about that. But I was also gonna say, if you're worried about a woman using you or whatever, maybe date someone that actually likes you. Yeah. Because a lot of these men do not date people that actually like them, and so they freaking like to complain about what women are using them for. Yeah, because you dated a woman that for her looks,
and she gonna use you,
and she adds no value. She has no value. Or let me not talk about no women, but y'all are nothing like each other. You have no chemistry, but you've seen her for her looks, and now you're mad that all she wanted was your money. The only thing that y'all have in common is
her interest
something with money,
and you interested in her looks. That you guys have interest.
That's their interest.
So there it is.
So yeah, so let's be clear. You guys need to stop dating. If you are insecure about that kind of stuff, date people who actually like you. The conversation will not come up. You date people that actually like you.
And also date when you're financially ready to.
Right. That's the thing, so that you won't put your insecurities in it. But at the end of the day, a woman is allowed to pay for certain things. She just cannot be the one that's just paying for everything.
And providing.
And use dry. If you are going to go into a woman's life, yeah, I'm talking to you. If you are going to come into a woman's life, make it easier. If she got her own place, her own car, her own job, she got her own money, everything, why are you taking from her? If you want to go somewhere else and do that stuff.
I feel like women like that deserve
better. She deserves to get spoiled because she's out here working her butt off and doing her own thing.
And men always say like some hard work.
And if a man's going to go into her life, he needs to be benefiting to that. And guess what? With her big and loving heart, she will do something for him out of the kindness of her heart. But guess what? You're not about to be taking from her. You're not about to be taking advantage of her. If you lived in a house with a father as the head of your home or whatever, you know what I'm talking about. If you have not, then I'm not gonna shame you for it. I'm just letting you know. With that, you learn how a woman is supposed to be a man's backbone. If a man is taking care of certain things, a woman can be taking care of the savings. A woman can be making sure, like, if certain things don't fall through, she will, okay, and she will make things, work or whatever.
Yeah,
but it's just like a backbone thing. We're just making sure like the man is already good, but the woman's gonna make sure you're good. Make sure like.
And truthfully, that 50-50 stuff, it's really fake. It's not real. And if it is real in your world, you are delusional.
And don't always make it about money. It's not just about money.
But these people, they know they have nothing else to offer, so they bring up their finances. And when they realize that's really something that they can't offer, and they see guys buying women, because let's be real, you guys see that stuff, and then guys be hating for real. They be secret haters. You see that stuff, you be like, dang, so let me bring up my finances, but then let me bring up this 50-50 rule to manipulate her into thinking like you do got something.
Newsflash, if you're a man that brings up finances, you're probably broke. That is a broke man's conversation. Yeah. Okay? And let's not talk about broke women, okay? All right? Man, come on, providers. You remember when y'all used to hunt? You guys used to hunt. Now all we're talking about is making some money and taking care of your family. And your girl.
But now things have changed so much. I just
stop trying to be the.
I don't know. Can't relate. But
I'm not gonna enforce toxic masculinity. I'm just saying that, like, guys, really.
How do we come to this? Basically, how do we come to this? So if a man pays for everything, and I just have to be there, I feel like I would still buy things for him because. Overall, I'm gonna feel like, he's the man. Like, I'm gonna really feel like he's the man. And of course, he's gonna be supporting me in other ways, emotionally, physically, and financially. So that'll just be a blessing to me. But like I said, I don't want to feel like I'm using him. I will definitely be giving. I'm a giving person. Like I said, it ain't tricking if you got it. But when I love somebody, trick.
So yeah, for me, if a man was like paying for everything financially when it came down to me and like I just had to be there, I would definitely still take care of him. If anything, it'll make me respect him more. And really at that point, it's kind of like I said, he does the financial stuff. I'll make sure he's good and fed.
Back rows for no reason.
I know how to cook, but I'll take extra cooking classes. I'm gonna be like Nara Smith in the kitchen every single night. Everything, natural foods. I'll start listen, I'll make sure my baby is okay. But that's the benefit that you get when you are making sure a girl is good. Now, at the same time, men, be careful who you do that stuff for, because there's women out there that use you, but it's not hard to meet someone that actually likes you. Just don't be flashy and flashing things.
Don't flex your money.
No, just be yourself, and then find somebody while you're being yourself who's also being yourself.
Yeah, because they can't use you for the thing that they don't know that you have.
Yeah, that was good.
Yeah.
So, yeah, guys, that's how I feel about that. I would love that, because that's the life, that life that I'm used to. So of course I'm going to be dating someone that gives me this life that I'm used to.
Yeah,
that's just how I feel. So
yeah. So overall, I feel like 50-50 is BS. And then if you ask me on a date and you bring that topic up, I'm going to say I'm going to go to the bathroom, but in reality,
never come back.
I'm not coming back.
Mm.
That's how I feel.
Yep, I feel the same way. Do not talk to me about 50-50 because, like I said, I'm going to be like, Vision? Didn't know I thought it was 2020. And so, because I don't have time for that kind of stuff, guys. Just, date people who like you for real.
Worry about the finances after,
when you're leading towards marriage and stuff right now, but really get to know somebody when you're in a relationship,
Mm-hmm. And I do want to say that when it comes to the person that's for you, that God chose for you, life is just going to elevate.
Yes.
It might be some ups and downs, but life elevates with that partner.
You guys, once you guys are starting leading into this meaningful relationship, you're going to start getting promotions. You're going to start getting good job opportunities. You might end up getting accepted into,
a program
for housing or, just weird, just
weird stuff.
A lot of blessings.
Because remember, God is still working.
Yeah. So kind of just look at that kind of stuff, y'all. But we got to leave the money alone, okay? The money conversation alone. Still have it, though.
When you need to.
I forgot to bring this up. Sorry. Why is it that the people that are broke always want to spend your money. So that's the thing. Like,
what's up with that?
So I'm that's all I'm saying is like, if you are broke and you want to still date people, maybe just go to the beach, walk on the beach,
go out, and just have fun.
You don't gotta spend money.
Don't get settled down.
That's all I have to say.
Yeah, or date a sugar mama or something.
Mm-hmm. So, anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, share, comment, and subscribe on YouTube. Mwah.